Hello, everyone. Yeah, thanks, Bruce, for giving me this opportunity to speak to prospective postdocs here. And first of all, I'd like to recognize that it is such an exciting time to be sort of choosing your postdoc right now, but also quite an uncertain time, right? I remember from my own experience, I wasn't sure within the next year, as I was hunting for a postdoc within the next year, like what field I'd be studying, what organism I'd be working with, but also like what geographic location I'd be in the world. So yeah, so it's exciting and uncertain, and yeah, all the best to all of you. I did my PhD at the Francis Crick Institute in London, and my motivation for moving here was primarily my PI. I mean, I chose the lab and then came here, but I was very pleasantly surprised by like the whole Anschutz campus and the community here, and they've been like a great addition to my life. I do think that as you might be familiar, like your lab is going to be the main motivation or like your main day-to-day. But I think it's really struck me since coming here how much the rest of the community is also contributing to my life here. I'm in the biochemistry and molecular genetics department. So also a plug-in that there's also basic science at the Institute, even though it is primarily more translational. Our lab studies DNA replication. Here I have a picture on the top right corner of my lab. Last Halloween, actually dressed up as RNases. Our department has a lot of RNA labs. So we thought it'd be really funny to dress up as different RNases and go around terrorizing them. Kind of just like as an example of, I really do think that the community here, the research community here really does preserve some of the initial curiosity and fun of science, which is why we initially, decide to get on this research career. And the day-to-day of academia, which is why I am in academia, is kind of preserved here. And I've been enjoying my day-to-day. Uh, the community here is great. So along with the specific department I am in, there are multiple opportunities to engage with all the other labs that are on campus. So just as a very specific example, there are many different PhD programs. And when the PhD programs have their retreats, they also invite the postdocs. And in going to those retreats, which are often in the mountains, you can interact with other labs and other departments across campus. And also, as Bruce mentioned, Colorado is beautiful. So again, this is not a stock picture. This is just one photo that my friend took on a trip during the summer, the bottom right, and also me with my friends, another postdoc, and our friend climbing one of the 14ers, one of the many 14ers in Colorado. I'm originally from Nepal, so we can be very obnoxious about what we can and cannot call a mountain, but we definitely, I think Colorado definitely does have mountains. Other than that, I'd also like to share a little bit about my involvement with the Postdoc Association. One of the things I really enjoyed about being a postdoc here is that I have had the chance not only to do research, but because research is sort of a marathon, right? So you need other aspects in that to sort of supplement when things are going slower, or to kind of like keep you going. And I've had at Anschutz the opportunity to engage in a lot of other things to sort of keep me going at the same time and to develop in other ways. And the Postdoc Association has been a great addition that way, where I've met postdocs in different departments, and we collaborate to make various programs for the postdocs, a lot of which Bruce already mentioned. I'd also like to mention that one of the larger initiatives that the Postdoc Association has been taking since early 2024, even like late 2023, is to advocate for increase in our salaries. Like we did a quality of living survey, and we've since analyzed the results of the survey, and also are putting forth a proposal to kind of advocate for postdocs across campus. So this is like our long initiative, but at the same time, we're also doing a lot of like the seminars and postdoc symposium. I personally am more involved with the engagement side of Postdoc Association. So we're often organizing a lot of community building activities. Earlier this year, we had a National Postdoc Appreciation Week. And in that, we had a bunch of different activities like trivia nights and scavenger hunts and a capoeira martial arts class, as well as some career development activities. This is another program that we launched earlier this year. And when I first brought this idea to my fellows at the Postdoc Association and to Bruce and Erin, they were so excited about it. I feel like they were almost more excited about it, and that gave me more encouragement to start the Shadow a Fellow Postdoc program. And the motivation behind that is sort of in research, and especially starting off with postdocs, we get so narrow within our field, which is great. We become experts in there. But we're all sort of experts in very different narrow fields. And this is an opportunity to get paired with another postdoc and just half a day each side. So I'll spend half a day with another postdoc and share my research, just the day-to-day as well. And then the rest half of the day with their research and like understand the day-to-day as well as the big picture. And it is something that gives beyond what you can observe in a talk. Like you can see the data, but you can't see what it is like to work in a zebrafish facility and so forth. So we're actually launching the second phase of this program this month. So that's been going great. So basically just saying that I feel overall that my life as a postdoc here has been fairly balanced. Like there's the research, but there's also all of these other parts of the community that have really, made it a great place to live and work. Thanks.
Thank you, Sudikchya. Yeah, so this is our Postdoc Association has done some really cool stuff. I mean, they manage a travel awards program, the seminar series, the kinds of events that they have for National Postdoc Appreciation Week, trivia night, scavenger hunt, like all of these kinds of things are important. One of the things that's so great about this program, though, is that oftentimes it's difficult for postdocs to get connected to other postdocs. And when we think about whatever you're going to do in your career, being able to talk about your research to somebody who understands at that high level because they have the same amount of training, but chose to do something different. We need more opportunities to build those communication skills. There are a couple of recent Nature career stories that talk about hiring and all this. And the most important skill people look for are communication skills, right? And so this program not only provides those opportunities for postdocs to connect, but it builds those communication skills. It helps you, learn more about other fields of research and just have those connections on campus. We can talk much more about all of that kind of stuff in detail later, and if you have follow-up questions. So I am very excited about it, Sudikchya, because I think it is actually has tremendous potential for impact for the postdocs who participate.